All right, everybody, welcome on in NorCal Sports Network. Get the show rolling here. And as everybody comes into the chat, we just got it set up just a minute before. So we always try to design the thumbnails a little bit toward the game itself rather than just put out one generic. So we got to kind of wait for you guys to come on in. Come on in. Yeah, baby. On our way to 100 losses. Two runs in a small major league park. Ouch. Yeah, 2 solo homers for the Giants tonight. 10 hits. 4 by Arraez. Matt Chapman's days are numbered, baby. Guy is absolutely pathetic. He really smacked that ball at the end. I love Kuiper's, this is an important hit by Arraez because this just might be the time Chapman breaks out. Yeah. And he rolls it 3 miles per hour. He tipped it. Way to go, Matt. You like the green? You like the green? Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. You're not missing anything yet. We'll bring you all in. We'll get right into your chats. Why don't we go ahead and thank our sponsor right away? Let's give it up, Dallas. If you want to throw out the NCSN code up there, I will get the PrizePicks banner up there, and you see that promo code right there, guys. We want to make sure we use that code when signing up for PrizePicks. That's right. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app where you build lineups by choosing whether players will have more or less than a projected stat total. Right now, new users get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5 lineup. Win or lose, PrizePicks is available in all 50 states. And we'll stop that music there. There we go around there. PrizePicks available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today or go to the link in the video of this in this description. Build your lineup. Follow along while watching the games. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. And Dallas, I was talking to somebody in the chat, or not in the chat. Well, they're in the chat, but I was talking to him and I said, I think Kurtz is going to go for a big bomb this inning. And yep, it lined up. They couldn't pitch around him. Had first and third. That guy's dangerous when you have to face him. He walks a ton. He's probably right up there in the league leaders, if not leading the league in walks. And because people are afraid to pitch to him. And we saw why.
Yep. He's dangerous. He's a big bopper.
Yeah. We got one more night before Dallas reveals something big, I think. I don't know what it is. He said, wait till June 16th or May 16th, excuse me. I tried to give him a month. I tried to give him a whole extra month.
They're supposed to win tonight and win tomorrow night, and then they would win this series. They want, but
they're
didn't happen.
They're 9 below. They have yet to fall 10 below on the season. I think they do on this road trip.
Dan, I got a question for you. And it's the question that every single one of us said when we saw the lineup today. What is Vitello thinking? Why would you bat Matt Chapman third in this lineup? That is where you're supposed to bat your best hitter, the one that's going good.
It cost him. What happens if somebody good was coming up tonight in this situation? And
how many times in this game were there runners on base ahead of him? And he failed to get anything. He failed to do anything. How many times did it happen?
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Arraez 2, 3. Batting third. The lineup should simply be this. It should be Lee leading off.
Yesterday, Matt Chapman was hitting what position?
Seventh.
And what did he do yesterday?
I think did he get one hit? Or was
no.
he 0
for 4?
0 for 4.
So he didn't do anything to deserve a promotion in the lineup all the way up to third. Is it just wishful thinking? It's like, well, if we bat him third, he might play like a third. Is that the thought process?
I do think Tony thinks that way sometimes. I am starting to believe that Tony thinks he could, like, get guys to feel good about being where they should go. And you just can't go with it. I mean, they are basically – here's where I'm going to go on a rant tonight soon, guys. So come on in, because I'm about ready to go on a big-time rant. And it's a rant against the organization of the San Francisco Giants. They know how to screw whatever you want to call it. They know how to screw up their better players. They now have benched Casey for the third time in a week. He is starting to show signs of, like, losing confidence or whatever it is. You're going to mess with a guy who earned a job, and this is what roster politics looks like, and it screws up an entire clubhouse, because I have not talked to Casey about this, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you what he said. But if I'm Casey Schmidt, I'm pissed off thinking, what do I got to do in this organization to win a job? Matt Chapman is one of the worst hitters in all of baseball. He sucks. Matt Chapman, you suck, okay? You absolutely suck. And let me say it again, Matt Chapman, you suck. You don't belong on the field, and the Giants continue to play this clown, and because they play this clown, it screws up guys who deserve to play, and then they're screwing up Eldridge because they got to play Chapman, and then they got to play Adames. It is absolutely ridiculous. Your team, San Francisco Giants, is absolutely going nowhere. In fact, I know where you're going. You're on your way to about 100 losses. And tear the dang thing down, because you suck. And until you figure out that you suck, you're never going to go anywhere. So I watch this team over and over and over. They suck. And they're playing Matt Chapman at their demise. And I am, you know what? Lose 100. Please lose 100. So you can wake up and figure it out. Because guys like me and many others can see it. But you guys can't see it because you're blind as I don't know what. But you suck. And you absolutely suck ass.
Yeah. I mean, there's no arguing that. They did not play well. But Chapman, we knew he sucked before this game. Why is he put in a situation to blow up whatever chance they had to get anything going offensively? They put him, Arraez was on base how many times tonight? The guy hitting after him couldn't do a damn thing. So if he was hitting seventh tonight and Devers was hitting after him, or Ramos, or hey, maybe even Casey Schmidt, the best hitter you had this year. But no, they keep Jimmy jacking him around. So they keep giving Schmidt he plays every other game. So he starts losing his momentum. He starts, his timing gets off. And then Eldridge, they haven't played Eldridge consistently. Where's the star here? Fat loser. Eldridge is a disgrace of a player. Well, is he a disgrace of a player, or did they pitch him against the two best pitchers in baseball, two Cy Young candidates, and they didn't pitch him against anybody else? They didn't play him against anybody else. So he really, one, he hasn't gotten consistent at bats. Two, his at bats were against Ohtani and Yamamoto. And what do you expect him to do? Now tonight he hit a bunch of balls hard. 108 miles an hour liner got caught. His at bats, there's a little bad luck there, but I think he needs to play every day to get his timing down. He's not a guy that's ever just sat on the bench ever in his career. He's played every day since high school.
Probably Who are you talking about again?
Eldridge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought you were. I just wanted to make sure. But yeah, they're screwing with Eldridge. By the way, he smoked a couple of balls tonight. He hit a line drive to the second baseman, and then he hit that ball right up the – yeah. So he's not they just got to figure out, wait, this is a mess. The best thing that can happen to the Giants right now, and I'm dead serious, everybody. I'm dead serious. The best thing that can happen to the Giants is lose the next 5 games. Why do I say that? Because then things are going to start getting ugly and they're going to have to do something. They're going to be forced to either move Eldridge back to Sac, or they're going to have to sit Chapman or trade him. They have to do that. And the more pressure that goes on this team early, look, baseball's talking about it all over America. Jim Bowden was on recently on one of the Bay Area radio stations talking about team's a mess. Everybody sees it. Is Dallas starting to see it?
My confidence is shaken based on just the decisions that they're making on who to play. You know,
I was almost ready to.
I understand the argument for trying to get Chapman going, leaving him in the. You know, I don't agree with it. I would rather see him sit for now and let Eldridge get some at bats. But they want to get him going. I understand that, but don't put him in the top of the order where he can disrupt the flow of everybody else. He's a zero.
You know, I'm all about holding people accountable, and I'm all about well, let's just call it shame-based parenting. No, we don't want to shame-based. But these are professionals. Bat Matt Chapman ninth. If you're going to play him, bat him ninth. Make a point that the guy is the worst hitter on the team. Just make it a point. Bat him ninth. Look, say, Matt, you're our ninth place hitter, and until you can figure it out, if you're going to be in the lineup, you're batting ninth, okay? Simply put, because you screw up our entire lineup constantly, and you're going to bat ninth, and until
you should bat ninth because he is the ninth best hitter on the team.
That's what I'm saying. Bat him ninth. If he's going to play, bat him ninth. And
who's better? Lee is better. Arraez is better.
Yep.
Devers is better. Ramos, Schmidt, Adames, Eldridge is even better, and he's not even hitting.
Yep.
Susak looked great.
Wait, everybody's
and
better
Bader's
than Chapman.
Knocking a home run every game. So every single person is better than Chapman. So he should be hitting ninth.
Yeah, and
we'll see about Ramos's injury, but it looks like we're going to see Casey Schmidt in left field, and now everybody gets to play.
Yeah, except Ramos, which is one of our better players, actually. Okay, Tony. Yeah. I know Tony. He might listen to this sometimes. I love Tony, but Tony, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't let these just downright awful players tell you how to run your team. Because I'll tell you what, Tony, if you let these veterans run you around, you're going to be out of MLB for good. You won't get a second chance. Show people that you mean business. Show people you mean business. Go ahead and take the bull by the horn. Go ahead and sit some of these guys. Feel free to bench Chapman for 3-4 straight days. And if Schmidt's hot, just leave him in there. It's called who won the job. If Schmidt's not hitting, okay, then give Chapman another shot. But put Schmidt at third base. Let Chapman just sit. And I don't care. You know, I'm the type of guy, man, look, you got $10 million guaranteed. And you can have any job you want in college, and they'll pay you $3 million to go back to college, you know, whether it's Arkansas, some team in the SEC. Just tell Buster, I'm not playing the guy. He's ruining my team. If you want me to play him, then you're going to have to fire me because I'm not playing this guy. He sucks. And
But is Vitello calling the shots, making lineups? I sure hope he is, because if he's not, then he needs to stand up to whoever is making these decisions and say, hey, it doesn't make sense what we're putting out there tonight. Every single person every single fan who saw the lineup, every single host on the radio today, the beat writers were all raising their eyebrows at the lineup today. It doesn't make sense. So on Twitter, you type in Chapman, all you see is, why is Chapman hitting third? What is it? The questions were all over the place. If that is the case, then you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Yesterday, the scuttlebutt was, why did you not sit Adames? And his answer was actually a good answer. He said, I played Adames because I wanted to put the best 9 players on the field. Landon Roop is pitching. He wants his starting shortstop behind him, and he's getting some hits lately. It makes sense to play Adames, even though he screwed up, because we don't want to punish the rest of the team, right? The 9 best players on the field is what he said. And then in the same lineup, who's at third base? Is that your best 9 right now? 2 weeks into May? Handful of hits, not even 5, right? Not even 5 hits in May.
Yeah.
So
hey guys,
you can't say on one hand, I want my best 9 on the field, and then play a guy that is in a terrible, terrible funk and cannot get a hit, and then to double down on it and move him to the third hole today. It doesn't make any sense to me, you, or any person in this chat, or any single person on Twitter. I didn't see somebody who says, yeah, it makes total sense. We want to try to get him hot and give him some confidence. We'll put him number 3. No one said that. Everyone says, what the hell is going on here?
I heard even Mrs. Chapman, not his wife, but his mother was saying, what's Tony doing? My son can't hit right now.
I want to see him get going, I want to see him hit. I want to see him get hot and be the same old Matt Chapman and get over this. It's best for the Giants.
But it's best that he continues to suck. Got to look at the long picture so they can get rid of him.
You can't move him.
Well, then cut him. Get rid of him. I don't care. Look,
that's just not going to happen. If he actually gets better, then they have a better chance of moving him.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But everybody knows Matt Chapman's streaky. I was listening to the A's broadcast tonight. They said everybody knows Matt Chapman can carry a team for a couple of weeks when he gets hot, and they're good hot stretches. But we've also seen his career. He's also goes into slumps, like major slumps. Hey, look, Matt Chapman. Sorry, great guy. I love your golden retriever. You're probably a great dude, but you're
hide him.
Awful at hitting. You just can't hit.
Where did Patrick Bailey bat? Patrick Bailey, where did he hit? They hit him in the 9 hole.
Yeah,
they had one guy on the team that couldn't hit. He had great defense. We loved his defense. He's the best defensive player in baseball, but he can't hit. So we put him 9th. So now we have Matt Chapman. He can't hit. He's the best defensive third baseman in baseball. Where do you put him? 9th? No. 3rd. We'll put him 3rd.
Yep.
Right in the middle of everything. We'll take our best hitter and we'll put him after him to do nothing after him. So, Arraez, 4 hits tonight. 4 hits. He scored 1 run. What run he scored? When he hit himself in. Yeah. His first home run of the year. He had to knock himself in. That's the only way he could score tonight, is he had to hit a home run, which he can't even do unless he's in the World Baseball Classic. So,
well, he got it right down the right field line. That's where he's going to hit most of his home runs if he can pull on the shortest. Usually the shortest part of any field is down.
He'll probably have 3 home runs this year. This game, next game, and the game after.
I don't know.
The best place for him to hit.
Hey, guys, we got 150 watching right now with 34 likes. Okay? 34, that percentage is as bad as the Giants. Actually worse. So if you guys would go ahead and like or hit this or smash the like button, not too hard. We don't want to break your phone, but go ahead and hit the like button. 34.
No,
I don't like
it. You probably have a little aggression to get out. You smash that like button. Smash it.
Yeah, smash it. Come on. 34. Nobody's responding. I guess we don't have any clout here. We got people that come watch the show, but they don't hit the like button. And the like is important to us. Why? Because it helps us. Dallas and I, we enjoy doing this, but we do, YouTube actually pays us off of views. So the more views we get, the more we actually make, which is nice because
but StreamYard doesn't
a lot
pay.
Of time in.
They take money, so
yeah, StreamYard takes money. Yeah, exactly. Gosh, yeah. Whew. Thanks you for those who actually did that. Let it rain. There we go. I know I went on a rant and I was pissed off. I think what I'm pissed off most about Dallas is
during that rant, did Buster hide or is he still laying down there?
He left. Yeah, he left.
Okay.
He did leave.
He says, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he does not. Even if I say, raise my voice just like, hey, he walks out of the room. And Buster, maybe he's a lot like the Giants Buster. It gets a little pressure and he feels like I can hit and pressure, but I can't. I don't seem to make too many good decisions under pressure. Kyle Harrison looks like, and James Tibbs looks like they may be the stars of that trade. Kyle Harrison is looking like an ace for the Milwaukee Brewers right now. And again, this is what the Giants do. This was a top prospect. Elliot Ramos was a top prospect. They give up on him. Oh, by the way, Marco Luciano tearing it up in the minors for AAA for the Yankees. Watch Marco Luciano come back and become a really good hitting major leaguer. You just watch. It wouldn't surprise me. Some of these guys just take a little time to develop. And we if these guys, Dylan Miller says they will turn it around, win in 21-21. Should I play the song in the year 25-25 if man is still alive? I mean, when do the Giants turn it around, Dylan? I'll tell you, Dylan, when the Giants turn it around is when they develop all these young guys and they don't give up on them. And I think quite possibly the Giants have a good future in about 3 to 4 years. Can they wait? Or will they do the stupid, idiotic thing and try to trade some of these guys because they think, oh, let's trade Hernandez. Let's trade Joshua. Let's trade these guys because we can get so-and-so, that's 2 years away from free agency, like Juan Soto deal when San Diego traded Soto to Washington. And or I should say San Diego traded for Soto from Washington and gave up all these prospects. Watch the Giants do that. If they did that, that would just be utterly insane. And Insane says he will riot if they do that. Yeah, I mean, look, the Giants are in this win mode now. They do not tear things down. This is why I call the San Francisco Giants the absolute dumbest organization definitely in the Bay Area. And I would put in all of California, but the Angels are also in California. So, but the Giants are pretty dumb when it comes to how to run an organization. I mean, they ran Brian Sabian right out of town after he won 3 World Series. And he actually was great for the first 8 years, and they went through a downturn, which is pretty natural in sports. You have your ebbs, and then you get old, and then you got to rebuild it. And Sabian has 8 years winning, 97-04, rebuilds it after 4 pretty rotten seasons, 05, 6, 7, 8, and then 09 they're winning, 10 the rest is history. But then the cycle ended again 8 years later, right? After they were winning in 09 and 10 and 11, and they had one losing season. I think it was 13 in there, but 14 was good, 15 and 16. 17, they started going down. 18, what do? They get rid of Sabian. And they bring in, first it's Bobby Evans, and then after Bobby Evans, they let him go, and then it's Farhan. And why didn't they just let the man rebuild it again? Now we're searching, and we're going after people that have never had any experience in the whole front office. The whole every leader in the Giants doesn't know what is fresh out of, doing something different than what they're doing now. Maniason. He's just a, back office guy. And now he's running the GM. And then you got Posey steps in and goes, I can do this job. I can become the president of baseball ops. Sure, I'll just step right in. I'm, I can do this. And then, well, why don't we hire Tony? Tony's the Tiger. He's never done anything. Look, I don't mind Tony in a way because I thought they were going to rebuild. I thought, and I still think, if that's the plan. But if the plan's not to rebuild and you're actually going to go with this veteran type of thing over the next few years, you hired the wrong guy. Tony's not going to succeed in this environment. And he's just not. We can see that he's not able
initially, because he's not able to do what he wants to do, I don't think. It's like hands are tied because he doesn't have the clout because he's never done it before. And he doesn't want to lose the vets. But, I don't know. I mean, what's this rumor I hear about? They sent down Christian Koss and unpopular decision with the clubhouse.
Was it unpopular?
Yeah. I guess
From
people
who?
were pretty, I just heard them talking about this on the radio. So I don't know. I was trying to find details about it, but I haven't got anything yet. But I guess that was not a popular decision. Before I forget, though, Dan,
does he shine the shoe? Does he shine everybody's shoes? Is that why they're upset?
I mean, it makes sense because he didn't play, and I think Vitello admitted that he screwed up his playing time. It was unfair. He said it was unfair that he was the one being sent down because it was him that didn't play him at all. But I think it's good having Susak back. He was their best hitter before he got hurt.
He almost hit one out early.
But you mentioned the young guys. Did you see Luis Hernandez in the Arizona Complex League?
Tearing it up. Absolutely tearing it up.
412 with 1,000 OPS and 18, how many stolen bases? 17 stolen bases.
What?
Yeah, he's
already 17 stolen bases? No, that can't be.
Maybe I read that wrong.
Yeah, they haven't even played 17.
Oh, 18 RBI. Sorry.
Yeah,
I have the wrong line there.
Okay. I was going to say, man, if he's got 17 stolen bases, bring him up now.
Yeah.
I want to address this guy. Let me see if I can pronounce it right. Is it Asif or Asif Malik? Chapman, Devers, and Adames won't be traded. Dan lives in a fantasy world that makes no sense. I didn't say they would be traded. I said they should be traded. And if you don't believe they should be traded, then enjoy your sub 500 team for the next few years, Mr. Malik. If I pronounce that wrong, I apologize. But I try to live in reality, not in a fantasy world. The fantasy world is what you're living in, thinking this team is going to actually be good. I live in reality, and I try to tell you that the thing to do is to get rid of these guys because, well, let me tell you. Let me explain economics to some of you guys because most of you guys keep bringing this up. I shouldn't have to teach young men, middle-aged men, and older men economics. The Giants pay about $80 million a year to Devers, Chapman, and Adames combined. $80 million, okay? Now, if you traded all three of these guys and you paid 50% of their salary, and that's $40 million, okay? $40 million. You are paying $40 million. You're saving $40 million. And you get prospects back because you will get prospects back if you're paying Rafi Devers 12, 13 million, whatever, a year. I guarantee it. Teams will want Devers for 13 or 14 million. Same with Chapman for 10 or 12 million, and same with Adames. People will say these guys have been good players. They can be good players again in the right format, right situation. Okay, so you're saving $40 million. Now I go out and I replace Chapman, Devers, and Adames with young players making league minimum, $800,000. 800 times 3 is 2.4. 800,000 times 3 is 2.4 million. Okay? Now, you're paying 40 million out to these other teams. That means you're saving 40 million. 40 million minus 2.4 million is what? About 37.6 million? That's your savings. Okay? You saved $37 million. You got younger players, and you're rebuilding, and you're not paying overpriced stars to be 9 games under 500. Or, in the case of Rafi Devers, 19 games under 500 since he put a San Francisco Giants uniform on. Okay? Which would you guys rather have? Save $37 million and get rid of these scrubs, or continue to pay $80 million and just flounder and flounder and flounder and flounder, and you're going to be just dog crap for the foreseeable future.
I mean, so if you you end up paying them half to play for another team. You do get rid of them. You do.
Who cares?
You do pay less money. You're paying for a prospect, right?
Well, is a prospect better than Matt Chapman? Can he be worse? Can he be worse?
You're going to suck anyway. So whether Matt Chapman's on the team or somebody that's taking his place that's making nothing, you're still going to be in the same boat. You're going to be losing.
Why? Maybe, probably. But look at the St. Louis Cardinals. Why don't you develop some good guys and play those young guys? And it's a young man's game. Okay, Chapman's 33. Devers is 33, probably. Adames is from the Dominican also, so maybe he's 31, 32, 33. Who knows? Did you see the news today that the Cleveland Guardians reneged on a signing bonus from a guy who falsified his age? Where is he from? He's from the Dominican. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Why don't the Giants do that? Why don't the Giants dig up some evidence and then falsify it, cancel the contract?
Well, it's hard to find. I don't know how they found it. But I guarantee you, does Rafi Devers have the body of a 29-year-old? I mean, do you remember when you were 29? The guy looks like he's 32 or older. I mean, look at that body. I don't care. He's got a baby face. He's got a body that's breaking down. This guy, 29-year-olds don't look like that. Seriously.
Well, some 29-year-olds do.
Well, yeah, they're also shopping at Walmart or eating at McDonald's every afternoon.
24.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about professional athletes that are 29 years old this dude was a skinny little dude that came up when he was with Boston. Yeah, Hiroku says Giants will be a 500 team without Chapman. Yeah, exactly. What do you need? Look, there's guys that can play baseball as good as Chapman and not clog up $25 million. Plus, you don't have the veteran presence of the controlling the locker room that walks around, with this attitude that he should be playing. And then when Tony goes decide to bench him and he has Schmidt playing third and he's the DH, all of a sudden it changes because Chapman says, "No, I'm playing. I ain't taking me out of the game. I'm playing." And they acquiesce.
I mean, I can't explain it. So I hope one of these beat writers actually asked the question. What?
Wait. A Giants beat writer?
What are you thinking?
Which giant beat writer would ask? Probably the toughest one would be John Shea. Exactly. John Shea, who's a veteran, he would stand up. Would any of these other guys? Susan would be like, you batted. What was your thinking in batting Matt Chapman third? Well, I thought I could get him going, and based on the pitching matchup, and she'd be like, "Oh, okay." Nobody's going to ask like, "What was your thinking?" This guy's batting, like whatever he's batting, and he's what is he for May? Like 4 for 45 or something like that.
But it's just gambling, right? It's like, we're going to play Eldridge against Ohtani. So if he gets a hit off Ohtani, it's going to instill him with confidence, and he's going to it's going to jumpstart him. Oh, but he takes an offer, and confidence goes in the other direction. Oh, Chapman, we're going to start him at third in the 3-hole. So he feels like he's the same old Matt Chapman again, and he's going to get a hit. He's going to knock in a run. He's going to knock in 2 runs. And then all of a sudden, we've got Matt Chapman back on our team. Or he goes 0 for 4. And
I like this. Devers is the new Chapman, and Chapman is
0 for 5. I forgot. Because when you hit in the 3-hole, you get that extra at bat because you want to make sure that he gets that.
Oh, he was 0 for 5 tonight? Is Chapman below 220 yet? Let's see.
Yes, 217.
Oh, good, Matt. Very good. Very good of you, Matt. Matthew, look, I don't like to get on guys personally. I really don't. But there's a time for, if the team's going to just continue to trot these guys out here night after night against, it's an insult to the fans' intelligence. It's even an insult to the casuals, because the casuals can see it. You feel insulted? I do when I see that. I feel like, why am I watching this team?
They had opportunities to win this game tonight. Even giving up the bomb, you're only down by 3 runs. Guys are getting on base. They had runners in scoring position and 7 opportunities. How many of those opportunities that Matt Chapman was up, was there a runner on in front of him? I don't know if it was scoring position, but several opportunities it was, and not a good at bat. And then Devers comes up, and you have one more chance, and he's not completely back either. He took it 0 for 3 with a walk.
Devers is the new.
I don't know, but if Schmidt was hitting in the 3-hole tonight, could the outcome have been different?
Well, they're ruining Casey.
If Susak had been hitting 3 tonight,
anybody but Chapman. Look, Chapman is the 9-hole hitter. That's it. If he's in the lineup, he's 9 until he works himself up. Okay, you just got to do that. And
right, but
is that? Oh, we can't do that. That goes against the baseball etiquette of benching, putting a veteran.
I feel like tomorrow, Vitello has to double down on it and play Chapman out there again, because he was wrong tonight, but maybe he can right the ship tomorrow. And
he will be. He'll be in there. He'll be in there. Look,
in the 3-hole.
Oh, I don't think he'll be in the 3-hole, but he'll be.
Or do
you
admit defeat and drop him down to 8 again?
He's going to drop him to 7. He won't put him lower than 7. Guarantee it. He should be 9.
That's fine.
He should be 9.
But I don't care. He just can't be at 3.
He can't be in the
5.
Top. He cannot be in the top 5.
Yes, if you want to put him 7, save face, whatever, that's fine. But what are you doing
tomorrow? If I don't know what they say was wrong with Ramos, he looked walking like
tight quadricep.
Okay, twite
quad was swept.
Okay, a tight quad. Okay, that tells me Ramos, if he's in the lineup tomorrow, he's DHing. And they will still do the same mess. They'll have the same mess because
they won't DH him. It'll be
well, he might take the day off. Field. Michael Harris had a tight quad and DH'd for Atlanta for about 5 games. He never went on the IL. They just didn't play him in the field for
but if you DH, you might have to run.
Well, you can still jog.
Unless they can do one of those ghost runners where you get a hit and then the other guy runs.
Chap let 5 guys on tonight? Jeez. What do you think of this comment right here? What do you think of this comment? Oops, I thought I started, but I didn't. Somebody said, I think it was Asif. I think it's probably Asif, not Asif. Most people like right? I'm assuming it's Asif. I'm gonna go with Asif unless he corrects me. Where did he put the comment? He said my anger should be towards Buster Posey. Aaron says, I'm sure a lot of these decisions are coming from Buster and Tony as his yes man like Gabe was Farhan's. I think so, Aaron. I think so, man.
Can someone ask these questions, determine who makes the decision? Because if Tony he's like Bob Melvin, where Farhan prints out his lineup card and then he has to, in the John Miller, when he's interviewing him, he has to look at it and be like, so, Bob, why are you playing Conforto in cleanup today? And he has to, explain what his reason was, even though the lineup was printed out by a computer. Is that what's happening now? Vitello has to go out there and be like, yeah, I thought maybe we could jumpstart him and, put the jumper cables on his nipples and get things started.
A dead battery, man. It's completely dead. You need new nips. It is Asif. Okay, I was right. I think Asif, I can't find it in the chat, but he said my anger should be directed toward Posey. Well, I've had some burst at Posey. I think Posey is doing a horrible job. I can't get any angrier than I got earlier because it's like I have a flat tire.
We almost lost Dan earlier in the show.
I have a flat tire right now. I don't even know where that came from. That was not planned to get that strong, but the more I thought about it, the more I was getting pissed. So I think Buster's over his head. I really do. Look, I like Buster. My dog's
bring up
named
Eldridge
Buster.
and then not play him? You bring him up, you say he's going to play every day, and then he doesn't play every day.
I don't think Buster knows what he's doing. I don't think he has a firm conviction about this job.
Buster was that guy. He came up, he played every day. He played at first base. He DH'd, and then eventually they moved the catcher out of there so he could play at catcher.
Right. Buster is not a type A strong leader. He's kind of, just watch him in his interviews. Watch him on TV. Watch him when he gets interviewed. He's kind of like, shucks.
Somebody needs to take control of this situation.
Well,
Somebody
there is nobody.
needs to say, this doesn't make sense, so we need to do this. And I'm the guy in charge, and so this is what we're doing.
You don't have that in
charge, and he's
sorry.
If he's making up the lineup card, then we need to know that. So let's figure out who to place the blame on.
You don't have those type of guys. That's why Brian Sabian was so great. He could be the a-hole in the room. There is no a-hole in the room. And I don't mean that in the terms that Brian was strong and he didn't care what people thought. I don't think somebody says you're wrong, Buster's not writing the lineup. I don't think he's probably writing the lineup. I think he has input with Tony. I think they have meetings about trying to figure out. I think ultimately
they need to be on the same page, though.
Comes down to
when Buster brings up Eldridge, he needs to talk to Tony and say, "Hey, Tony, I'm bringing up Eldridge. He needs to play every day so that he stays hot and he can get his sea legs here at the big leagues. If he doesn't play, then he's going to get Marco Luciano'd the hell out of here, and we don't want that."
Here's who should be playing every day. Well, before Ramos got hurt, I would have said Ramos. Everybody who came up and played AAA at Sacramento should be in the lineup every day at this ballpark. That means Schmidt. That means Eldridge. That meant Ramos before he got hurt. I would be playing Gilbert. He's played a hand. People who played in the park, okay? Lee could sit. He hasn't played in the park. He didn't go to AAA. the guys that played there in Sacramento know the park. They're more comfortable playing there. It's a hitter's park, and Eldridge should not be sitting in this series whatsoever. This is where he's torn up the ball, okay, in PCL. Also, same with Schmidt. He should be playing every day.
And Susak.
If that means you got to sit Chapman a game, and you got to sit Adames a game, and you got to even sit Devers a game, so be it, whatever it is. But just play the guys that have been in this park, because is it different than any other ballpark? In some ways, yes, but there is just that feeling of comfortability when you are comfortable playing at a stadium. So Schmidt sitting
tonight. Play Schmidt at shortstop and play Rodriguez at third base?
I probably wouldn't go that far. That would be a pretty weak left side of the infield. Yeah.
I don't know. They don't have a shortstop anymore other than Adames, so he might have to play.
Yeah, E. Miller bases, Dan, same ballpark, but no, not a minor league pitcher. I get it. It's just a matter of sour shoes coming at me.
They should have Trevor McDonald start tomorrow.
Sour shoes, also known as a guy named Mike. Come on, sour shoes. Just come at me as Mike. Look, I defended the Tony hire because I didn't see it being any worse than Melvin. And I don't think Tony's been the problem. The problem is a lack of talent, and the way the roster's constructed, I don't think we'd be having this problem if the Giants didn't bring up Eldridge. I think
he's
Schmidt
not doing himself any favors, though.
No, he's not.
Eldridge came up and gave him a complexity with the lineup, and he's failed that. And now he's doubling down and failing it more by putting Chapman at third. It's silly. It makes no sense. So whatever's happening, I'm starting to lose faith in him, because I came up. I want to give this guy a shot. I like his attitude. I think new ideas are good. You wanted the opposite of Sleepy Bob Melvin, to shake things up. And unfortunately, it's not, he's getting overmatched a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's also unforced errors. There was no reason for this tonight.
No. And then tomorrow, who pitches tomorrow? Is it
McDonald?
Oh, McDonald had a farm. Now he's struggled a little bit more in Sacramento than he has in the big leagues, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't pitch all
that well. Tough league to pitch in. Everyone struggles.
Yeah. So you would expect some possible long balls or something maybe tomorrow. I don't know, man.
It could also be, though, he steps up when he's on the big league roster.
Yeah.
It matters more.
But
adrenaline's higher.
Two runs in Sacramento. This is a ballpark that yeah, I agree with that. If Casey had a position to play every day, this is why I just stick him at. Look, if you put Casey at third base, he'd be a borderline all-star third baseman. And if you put him at second base, I think he could, if Arraez was not in the National League, I think Casey would have battled, he'd probably Terang and Marte are the best second basemen in the National League. But sometimes, a guy could have a good half. But Casey's a solid player. Just put him at third base. But they won't do that. The Giants don't do anything right. I really believe that. The Giants don't. What do the Giants do, in your opinion, Dallas, that's good? I'm curious what people think the Giants do that is good. What seriously? I mean, I guess they have the don't they have some Giants drive for helping kids get baseball gloves or something like that? They do. The
Junior Giants.
Junior Giants. Okay. That's good. Okay.
But baseball, you're right. They don't do anything good.
They don't do anything good in their organization. They really don't. We went through this the other night with the hats behind me, and we went down the teams. This is who on the Giants excites you? Who is somebody that you want to go out and to go out and see? What's the one player and say, oh wow, this is a ball player. Growing up for me, it was a lot of Giants, man. It was Willie Mays. It was Willie McCovey. It was Juan Marichal. It was Orlando Cepeda was a little before my time. He was gone by the time I started watching ball. But, I got to watch Mays. I got to watch McCovey. I got to watch Marichal. I got to see some Gaylord Perry. I got to see Barry Bonds. He excited me. I got to see Jack Clark. I got to see Will Clark in the 80s, 70s. It was Jack Clark. Even guys like Gary Maddox and Matthews were worth watching. And then, of course, in the late 80s, we had, we had Will Clark, and we had Jeffrey Leonard was an exciting player to watch. Kevin Mitchell was an exciting player to watch. And then in the 90s, we had Barry and Matt Williams and Will Clark together on the 93 team. By the way, guys, that 1993 San Francisco Giants, I think, was the best team to ever play in San Francisco, even though they didn't even make the playoffs. They won 103 games, and that was a loaded, stacked team. And so we had that. Then we had, Jeff Kent. And then we had, obviously, Barry carrying us. And then we had Lincecum that you were so excited to go watch and pitch. And then you had Mad Bum, who you're excited to watch pitch. And, Buster was fun to watch, not just at the plate at times, but catching. We saw all kinds of just great things behind the plate. And, and then after that run, who's been exciting to watch for the Giants since 2016, starting the 2017 season? Who's been like the guy in the last 10 years where you go, I want to go watch this guy?
Since what year?
2017. 17.
Well, Posey was still there.
In 21, yeah. But he was kind of fading, but
he had a great year in 21.
He did. He had a great year, but I guess you could say Posey at 21.
But the post, those guys, once they all finally hung it up.
Mike Tauchman. Mike Tauchman. Now the Mike Tauchman catch against the Dodgers off the bat of Pujols, that's one of those Giant memories. That was an incredible game-saving catch. They come back and win the game, and they win the division by one game. That was incredible. And I see our little Giovanni now says Webb needs to go. Now, I've been saying that for 2.5 years. Giovanni, I think, was telling me I was crazy back then for saying that. Now he's telling me the 93 team, did someone say they won the World Series? Yeah. That 93 team had a shot to go to the World Series if there was a wild card. There's no wild card. It was a 103-win team that was loaded.
Yep. Couldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, because of the Braves.
Now we got 3 wild cards and still can't make the playoffs.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think, guys? I mean, who's the next exciting player that comes up for the Giants?
They haven't taken the next step yet. Like Ramos could go take the next step and be a good player.
Ramos Schmidt is. I don't think Ramos and Schmidt are the star guys that. Now, can they be good players? Can they make an occasional all-star team? Yeah. But are they, the guys that you want to draft in the first or second round of fantasy baseball? No. But no. But the guys
finally, like Schmidt, this is his first chance, and he's trying to get to that next gear, to try to get to the next phase where he's there. There's not a question mark if Schmidt plays or not. He's there. You pencil him in every day.
Well,
right?
he should be.
He wants to get to that point, and they like to make it hard for players to get there.
Instant says, Dan, you did say Ramos had the ability to be a 5-tools player in the 24. He has the physical traits to be a 5-tool player. I just don't think. I think he can have another 24 type season, but I think that's probably his peak. I don't think Ramos becomes this 30-30 guy. He's not even going to maybe be a 20-20 guy because the Giants don't steal. Does Ramos even have a stolen base yet this year?
I think
maybe one. And he's not the greatest in left field. He's better this year than he was last year.
He had a bad year last year.
Yeah,
Eldridge has a chance to be a big time star.
There you go.
He's got a ton of power. He's got a good eye. That's underrated with him. Yes, he strikes out a lot, but I think his strikeout percentage could go down a little bit because he has such a good command of the strike zone, and it's only going to get better the longer he is. I think he's a smart player. I think defensively, I'm seeing better things out of him in the few amount of playing time we get to see. I think he's going to be fine out there at first base. So I think the future's bright for Bryce Eldridge.
I forgot kind of about. I was thinking Hernandez.
He's 21. There's going to be growing pains.
I was thinking Hernandez and Josar Gonzalez like insane, but I forget about Eldridge. Yeah, I think if the Giants can do it right, now think about this. Giants could do this right. They could have Casey at third, Josar. How about let's just say we go maybe, I don't know, maybe Hernandez goes into at short and Josar goes to center because he can maybe he can play the center field or something. I don't know. And you get those three bats in line. You get Eldridge at first base. Maybe Johnny Level gets traded for a good piece, or he could play possibly second, or Kylie, however you say his name, the guy out of Tennessee they drafted first last year. And then you get Bo Davidson going, and you have Ramos still young enough out there in a few years, and you draft this kid Jackson Flora, and you start building and you got Susac behind the plate. He's young, and you actually start going young, and you actually
had a great game today, by the way.
I thought he did too. What a great throw down to second. He hit the ball with authority, his first at bat, straightaway center.
Play at the plate.
I think if the Giants actually decided to make Casey the veteran of the team, kind of like the Matt Chapman, be a completely different team because Casey's loose. Casey's not. He doesn't have a cork up his ass, like Chapman. He's funny. He's loose. He laughs at himself. Did you hear him talking to? Who was he talking to?
Slusser.
Pavlovich or somebody? FP. He ordered an outfield glove. He ordered two. He picked up one, and then he grabbed one on Amazon, and he ordered, by mistake, a left-handed glove.
Now, the funny thing about that is that it's confusing on Amazon when you're trying to order. They don't make it, does it go on your left hand, or is it for a left-handed person, right?
Yeah.
It's confusing how they do it. And I have actually ordered a glove, and it was a left-hander's glove, an accident. I had to send it back and get the other one. But I've made the same mistake.
That's funny. So, so I think if Casey was with the club in 29 and he was 3 years older and he's your 30-year-old and he's kind of like the one vet, maybe Ramos, and those two guys are your 30-year-olds and everybody else is your 20, 22 to 25-year-olds, then you're starting to build something. And that's where that's where I look for the future. And why do I get so pissed off? Why did I get pissed off tonight? Because I don't think the Giants see it. I don't think the Giants see this vision. And it's right in front of them. And you just have to be committed to it. You have to have a plan. And you have to say, I'm going to do this, whatever it takes. If I've got to pay 60% of Devers and Adames and Chapman salaries, and I get some good prospects back. Look, you got good prospects back for Tyler Rogers, a 2-month rental. You got Blade Tidwell, who could be a big
help your team.
Pitcher. What's that?
At least Tyler Rogers can help your team.
Right. But what I'm saying is he was a 2-month rental, and look what you got for him. They gave up 3 prospects, and the Yankees gave up like 4 for Duvall. E. Miller base, you don't get it. I don't know why you don't have the vision. I don't think you have a vision for what a rebuild looks like. I never said Casey would be a stud. I said Casey could be the leader, the veteran leader of a bunch of young players. But whatever. You get some people just don't understand, because you've never run a business. You don't understand mathematics or economics. But
I thought Susak played really well. I thought we played really well. And you got Kurtz as a threat in there, and these guys are in first place, I believe. It's a good team. But as a coaching staff back there, you have to feel like if we play like we did today, you'd like the law of percentages, like we'd win the game. I thought the team played really well. We had a tough spot in the order, and we had one tough inning on the mound, but the guys pitched the hell out of it. We made some really good plays on the infield. And you saw what you wanted to see if you were in our dugout. Hopefully that makes sense from your guys' vantage point. I thought Susak.
Yep, really good game. Great job. Good job, Giants. Very good.
That's got to be tough to sit there and try to sugarcoat everything night after night. It's just it's like we played really well.
I mean,
I guess if you consider you didn't make any errors, it is true they had the one tough inning where they gave up the 4 runs. I mean, it was 2-1.
Bader had a good game. Arraez had a great game. Who else? Adames had 2 hits. It's like par for the course for the Giants. They had 4 guys with hits, all at different parts of the order. There's a guy in between them with a goose egg.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I don't understand.
Tomorrow they got to go play again, and you got to win the next 2 if you're the Giants.
Tony Victory
to salvage this series.
Should we come up with a song, Tony Misery, instead of Tony Victory?
We're gonna need one, otherwise we don't play any songs.
Yeah, we're gonna need. We can't even play Dallas has CTE tonight. He's starting to get healed, I think. You feeling better?
I mean, you think it's possible that they suck the whole year?
Yeah. I do.
Well, it could be possible.
I mean,
I don't know.
looks like you.
I still think they win this series, and if they win this series, it's a big if. Hear me out here. They win this series. They split against the Dodgers, which is good. They won the previous series against the Pirates, and then if they win or split 3 series in a row, you think, okay, maybe there's something here. But I am tired of the games like last night. When they just can't muster anything, 2 hits, shutout. It's just so often that the offense is so anemic that they just can't produce anything. So
you know what?
And then
Mark Graves, are you out?
7 with runners in scoring position? I am sick of it. You got to get a hit when people are on. What's going on with that?
Don't know. Mark,
you get the middle of the order up. You got 2 on. You got it's the ideal place to hit, and they're throwing Devers fastballs down the middle, 93, and he fouls it off. Swing and miss at one that's up in the zone. That's the pitches that you're supposed to hit. They only threw fastballs to him, and they weren't great fastballs. I don't know. It's pretty frustrating. So. You got to hope they turn it around at some point here. The hot streak that I said is coming. You have to hope it comes soon because they're going to start to get buried if they keep playing like they did tonight.
You know what? I'm going to do something I normally don't do. I'm not going to ban somebody, but I'm going to put him in a timeout. Giovanni, you come in here. You don't listen to me. You're saying. Do? He's constantly misquoting me to try and troll me. He said, hold on here. He said at 10:21, he said, wait, where is it? Dan Vitello won an NCAA title. Show some respect. I think I probably showed more respect to Tony Vitello than anybody in the media. And then he says, Dan, at 10:21, he says, let me find it here. Scrolling up. Dan Schmidt is not a stud. You got to call it
when you see it. We can't just sugarcoat everything.
He said, Dan Schmidt is not a stud. Stop. Did I say Casey was a stud tonight or anything?
I don't recall that.
I'm just going to put him
in a timeout. You may have said it in the past.
I just think I'll put Giovanni in a timeout. Like, send him to his room. Go to your room, Giovanni. There you go. We're going to send you to your room, and I need you to write sentences. I want you to write 100 sentences, Giovanni. Come back and say, I continually misquote Dan on purpose, and I will stop doing that. I will be a good little Johnny boy. And I want you to put an exclamation point by that, and underline, I will be a good Johnny boy in the future. Bye-bye, Johnny. Okay, that's the end of Johnny, which is Giovanni, is Johnny in Italian, because I have my late Uncle Giovanni. Uncle John, we called him, but he was Giovanni. So I don't even know if that Giovanni is real, but night to Giovanni. Go write your 100 sentences, and when you have them, when they're all done, come show us. We'll let you back on. So no more Giovanni. Giovanni is Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel, and I am the FCC. That's right. Robert says, would I focus on obtaining 5 quality starters? I think pitching's their only chance to win. Do they even have but one? Maybe, I think they have 3 Well, if a quality start is 6 innings pitched with 3 runs or less, maybe they have a couple of quality starters, but they're not real consistent. Webb, Ray, Roop, those 3 can be quality starters. We've seen Molly can have a game, Hauser can have a game, but they're not. These guys, the problem is there's no consistency. You don't sit there and go, oh, we're going to get a quality start 80% through our rotation. 4 out of 5 guys that we throw out there night in, night out, we're going to have 4 out of 5 give us 6 innings, 3 runs or less. Just, you might get 1 or 2.
Yeah. I just think here, I'm going to put out a message here.
Hey, what is that?
This message. Let's see if I can make myself bigger.
Wow, that was, ooh.
This message is for Tony Vitello. Tony, listen, we're all rooting for you. We want you to succeed here as the manager of the Giants. You've got to start making some better, smarter decisions with the lineup. We don't want to have to look at the lineup and go, what's the thought process there? You don't want to have to gamble on Matt Chapman. Put all your money on him and put him in the middle of the lineup and say, please, Lord, let's make Matt Chapman come back to life. No. You need to put the best lineup on the field. You said it just the other day. Put the best 9 on the field. You need to do that with the lineup and make better decisions. You had a big hole in the middle of your lineup today, and it bit you. That was the wrong decision. So tomorrow, let's start seeing better decisions on the lineup. You have control. This is your team. This is your job. Your job, the main job is the lineups. Yeah, you have some decisions about when to pull a pitcher, that type of thing, but you have a very clear decision when you put out the lineup card and the order of the people that are coming to the plate. That's your job. You have that control. You can't go up there and pick up a bat and go try and knock a base hit. You don't have that ability, but you can control who comes up to the plate in what order and make better decisions when it comes to that. Thanks, Tony. We're rooting for you.
Wait, don't leave. Don't leave. Just leave me small, leave you center stage. Tony, this is your buddy Dan here. You know me from spring training. Dallas there had a few good things to say, but keep in mind, Tony, this man, you don't need to listen to him, everything he says. Why? Let me tell you why, Tony.
Dallas is on the hot seat. He is suffering from CTE. Lay off of Dallas, go easy on him. He's suffering from CTE. Dallas has Larry Bear syndrome. He works for Greg Johnson. He's a full-time homer. He's on the Giants payroll. Dallas has CTE. Help him get free.
All right, Tony, just keep that in mind. That's all I had to say there, but take it for what it's worth. All right. What a background all of a sudden you got. How did you turn that other background into a black background? Oh, look at this side view. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa. Look at this, man. He's a man of many talents. But we lost his mic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There we go. Insane says, I think Tony has CTE too, putting Chapman third today in that press conference, laughing out loud. Yeah, Tony, Robert, I do. The right situation, I do. And the best way to get him to waive it is bench him. Just bench him. He's hitting .217, and he's basically hurting the team because he's coming up with opportunities to help the team offensively by getting a hit here or there, a productive out, and he just doesn't come through. So I would definitely be sitting Chapman, playing Casey at third base. Look, I have no problem sitting Matt Chapman the next 2 days and just let him get in his head. Look, they did it with Bailey. They weren't afraid to sit Patrick Bailey for 3-4 games. And they had a plan. They were wanting to move off of Bailey. They didn't like Bailey's pitch calling. They didn't like the fact that Bailey was not calling a good game. He was calling the same pitch like 9 straight pitches when they were playing in Philadelphia. And he did it like twice. I did not hear that. Did you hear that, Dallas? There you go, Dan. So why are we letting the prisoners run the insane asylum? Did Chapman say that, or did somebody else say that? If you look at Chapman's career numbers, his best batting average, I believe, is from the 7 hole. I will pull that up for you guys, and we'll look at that. We'll actually take a peek.
It looks like to me that he's not used to hitting at all.
There we go, Dallas. Dallas has no longer CTE. Okay, let's look at what are we doing here? We want to find. Come on, man, this is long. Okay, here we go. Batting game logs. I want batting splits. Career. I want batting platoon, home and away, months. Well, Matt Chapman hits 256 in April and March. And 220 in May. So he's hitting probably 1 something. June is when Chapman gets hot. He hits 261, July 244, August 252, and September, October 205. So we got to wait till June. So if Chapman gets hot in June, then maybe we could trade him. Okay.
Is there any way I can just knock myself out and just conk out until June? Take a 2-week nap?
Do you want that? You have one more day. Do you want that? What do we call it? A mulligan or a reprieve? Do you want to?
No. If the Giants win tomorrow, I'm all on board again.
What? You're not serious.
If they score 10 runs tomorrow.
Okay. You're on board? All right. Let's take a look.
We'll see.
Let's
they
take
need
a
to
look
win
at
the series. They
let's
can't
take
do
a
that
look at
tomorrow,
Chapman.
unfortunately.
Where's Chapman's best batting average? Batting 9th, batting 8th. Look at that. He's not used to hitting. Look at this. Who said this? He's not used to hitting at the bottom of the order, but his top 3 batting averages are 9th, 8th, and 7th.
Yeah, but he has got 4 games at 9th.
Still.
But 7th is his number
1.
3?
8th.
Yeah. It's his first best with more than 100 games.
Yeah. So 7th and 2nd.
That's funny.
That is pretty funny. All
right, I got to take a quick timeout.
All right. We don't get to hear some. Maybe we'll have a new song break for you when you come back. There you go. Joe Boyd with some encouraging thoughts. This Giants team is going to suck forever. Well, forever's a long time, Joe. I would say for the foreseeable future. And I would agree with that. We got too many. I'm giving too many chats. Should make you do a super chat to put this up. Where would they play Chapman, though, Nick? They got Austin Riley at third base. What would they do with Chapman? I don't see how Atlanta would want that. Matthew says, that's nuts. Anyone who gets paid tens of millions of dollars to hit for a living should be able to not worry about where they hit in the lineup. Hitting is hitting, period. You know, if Ramos is out, do they go with Gilbert in left field and still sit Schmidt? I don't think they sit Casey tomorrow night. Should be interesting. It sounds like Casey might be out in left field tomorrow. We shall see. Some Giants guy said he is not tweeting what? Till the Giants are above 500. Well, we aren't going to be seeing him until 2029 unless they win on opening day next year or the year after that. Oh, I know, Justin. I have been. I mentioned Kyle Harrison earlier tonight. He's becoming an ace. Kyle Harrison is looking really, really good for the Milwaukee Brewers. And that trade for Devers is looking very bad with James Tibbs now with the Dodgers tearing up AAA. Tibbs and, see, that's the problem. The Giants, they haven't figured out what direction they want to go. And, you added Devers thinking he was going to be the final piece of this puzzle last year. And we all were happy when they did the deal. But one of the things that we failed to look at is Devers can't do it on his own. He has Adames and Chapman to carry. So I don't know. So we'll see. Giants just need to, and maybe the problem is the Giants just don't know how to develop players. We watch the Giants players leave and become better in some places. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know what the answers are other than the team's really a mess. It really is. How are we doing on the likes right now? Let's see where we're at. We've got we should be crushing the likes. Let's see where we're at. I gotta go back. As we are live right now, 144 watching. Oh, good. 85. Thank you. 86. Thank you, guys. That does push up the algorithm. YouTube kicks it out to more people, which gets us more people to join. Dallas is back. Is that kind of the hat they were wearing tonight? Kind of. A little different. Huh?
A little different, yeah.
A little different. I hadn't seen that hat the Giants were wearing tonight. Maybe that was the best thing I saw tonight. New Giants hats.
Yeah, Arraez's home run was pretty good. A towering, majestic shot.
Oh, insane. You want to see this? You guys want to hear my trade thought? Let me tell you my trade thought. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I'm going to show you a trade that I was working on yesterday. Do you guys think that the A's would be improved if Matt Chapman was on that team playing third base? Would they be better if he was batting? They got a good hitting lineup. Would they be better with Chapman in that team batting seventh or eighth?
Do I think so?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so? Well, I'm trying to figure a way to get rid of him. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a great place for him to go. He loves the organization. Got a lot of ties to the organization. Someday he'll be on the Oakland A's Hall of Fame.
Oh, my goodness. Logan
Wall of
Webb.
Fame.
Oh, my goodness, guys. I just did this yesterday. They updated the values. Logan Webb, yesterday I had a trade, and it's, in fact, I sent it. Let me see if I sent it. Oh, I thought I printed it. Let me see if I did. I want to show you guys something. Look at the Giants' values. Landon Roop is now the highest valued player on the Giants. And then it's just Logan Webb yesterday was 66. He's dropped to 42.
What happened?
They're
hell
seeing
of hell of an injury he's got.
That and just the fact he's ineffective. Bryce
Well, he's
Eldridge
been playing hurt all year, so there's a reason for his performance.
Casey Schmidt last week was at 8.9. He's a 13.2. Oh, my goodness. I had a trade. Now I can't make the trade. It was Logan Webb to the A's, and it was a perfect match. And I was going to throw in Chapman and pay his salary. We can't even get DeVries now. I thought the A's could use a Logan Webb because they need starting pitching, but the Giants have done it again, everybody. They're wasting the value on Logan Webb, and they will get nothing for him. Wow. Logan, sorry. I know you were on this show, and you were.
And it's a good thing that every GM uses this trade machine to determine if it'll work for their team. They go in, they plug it in. Ooh, doggone it, 42.
Well, they do have some success. About 88, 90% of their fits the model, but some don't.
Yeah, but what's the metric to fit the model?
I'll show you here. Let's see.
I've seen it before.
What was it?
You can make a statistic look however you want to be able to sell it.
Where do we find the model? Is it under the trade boards, the trade simulator? I don't know where it was, but whatever. That was. I need to stop paying for the trade machine. It's kind of losing its fizzle. I'm not crazy about the idea that, Logan Webb's value dropped that much, and Landon Roop's shot through the roof.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we don't know how often they're updating their stats, how often they're reevaluating people. They have to update their numbers. Is it done daily? Is it done, periodically, monthly? Who knows how they do it?
What do you think of this comment? Do you think the Giants burned up Webb by pitching him too much?
I don't think so.
Why pitchers usually get innings limits? He's got a knee issue.
Yeah, he's got a knee issue, and he probably should have taken some time off, but he hasn't missed a start since like 2021 or 2020 or something.
Insane says they could get 2 top 100 prospects for Webb plus a major league ready player. I think so too. They could have. His value, and they still can. Hopefully his value goes back up. Hopefully he comes back when
nothing has changed about his value. The trade machine, nothing has changed appreciatively from yesterday to today or from the start of the season.
No, they updated it. They updated it. He's had a lousy year.
I know, but there's a reason for that. He's had a knee injury.
You can't blame it just on the knee the whole year.
Yeah, you can.
Did he have a knee
injury? He said he's been fighting it the whole year.
In March, too?
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not. But
You just
he had the WBC. Blame it on that, too.
Are you making that up? Or did you hear it?
That he's been fighting the knee since March?
Yeah.
He's been fighting it for a while. I don't know when it started.
Where'd you hear that? Is that in your own mind or what?
No,
or is it,
reading the beat writers.
They said it's been the whole year, or did you just like your brain just said he's fighting it?
They said his performance has been bad because of the knee. How far back that goes, I don't know. But I don't think I think he's fine. I'm not worried about.
He pitched well in the WBC.
He pitched okay.
No, he pitched good.
Didn't he have a bad outing on one of them?
No. I think he only gave up one run in two or three, maybe one run in two of the three games or something like that he pitched. Did he pitch three games or two?
I think two.
I think he only gave up one or two runs in like.
But he only pitched 3 innings, right?
I'm not sure. Matthew, I think he was an ex-major league pitcher. Very possible to injure your knee by pitching too much. Yeah, I guess the stride. Yeah. Did he get hit by the ball? When did he get hit by the ball?
I don't think it's about the ball. It's bursitis or something.
Can of Pringles. I would probably just say pass on the Pringles.
I like Pringles. They're a pretty good snack.
Really? Maybe I should go get my ice cream right now. I get one of my ice cream cups. I don't know. It's Friday night, man.
It's Friday night.
So what happens Saturday night? Who's pitching tomorrow? McDonald against who?
Severino.
Do the Giants? What's the better chance? The Giants winning the next 2 games or the A's sweeping the Giants, which would be the A's winning the next 2? Who has a better chance of winning the next 2?
I still think the Giants do.
What gives you that other than your injury? What gives you that mindset? Based on the metrics that you've seen this team perform. What's your give me some tangible reasons why you think the Giants look like they'll bounce back
because they're eventually going to start hitting.
Why are they eventually going to start hitting?
Because that's what baseball players do.
Okay, but then
I think the Giants would have won tonight if Chapman was not in the middle of the order. I think he was a buzzkill for this team.
What happens if they start hitting, but then they stop pitching?
That could happen.
And then they just lose games 6-5.
They need to pitch and hit. That gives them a better chance to win. But you know what Giants team is going to show up? The team that is inept or the team that beat the Dodgers 2 games?
Yeah, I gotta do something quick here.
I don't know.
Hold on.
I just assumed they were going to get it going, but I thought they would tonight too, and they just couldn't get it going. It was really frustrating when they go 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. You need the hit. You know, they can't get the hit when they need a hit. It's pretty rough. Because that's what the voices in my head are saying. Yeah. Go see a doctor. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said 2 weeks ago they'd have things going, brother. Yep. And if they win this series, they'll have won 2 series and split 1 in the last 3. which is moving in the right direction. But they're off to a bad start now. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
I've got
this
a new
is the hot seat. This is the hot seat. Yes.
I got a new version. I think that they did, and I'm going to see if we can play this one. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this one queued into the. Let's see. Where do we do here?
He had a bad inning. I don't know. Maybe was Vitello not quick enough with the hook today? Should they have pulled him earlier?
I don't know. Listen to this one, Dallas.
Maybe.
Dallas.
I'm listening.
You ready for this one?
Bring it.
Dallas is on the hot seat. He is suffering from CTE. Lay off of Dallas, go easy on him. He's suffering from CTE. Dallas has Larry Bear syndrome. He works for Greg Johnson. He's a full-time homer. He's on the Giants payroll. Dallas has CTE. Help him get free.
Hey, I like it.
You like that one or the original one?
It's a change of pace. Well, there's no beating the original one, but that one was catchy too.
Yeah, that one was not too bad. I'm going to play around with this and see if we can.
The first one is really like catchy. Like I wake up in the morning and that's the first thing I think of. I have that CTE song stuck in my head in the morning. Robert says, Dallas, don't give up hope. I'm not giving up hope, but I wish that the Giants would make it just a little easier to keep hope alive. They really want me to give up. They're trying hard. So just don't shoot yourself in the foot tomorrow, Tony. It's not that hard. You don't have to overthink things. Guys that are playing good, play them. Guys that are playing badly, don't play them. Guys that are really bad, trade them to the Cleveland Guardians. Pretty good. Susak hits good. Hits good all year. Hit good on his rehab assignment. Hit good tonight. Play him up in the top. Move him up. Move Chapman down.
Dallas is on the hot seat. He is suffering from CTE. Lay off of Dallas, go easy on him. He's suffering from CTE. Dallas has Larry Bear syndrome. He works for Greg Johnson. He's a full-time homer. He's on the Giants payroll. Dallas is on the hot seat. He is suffering from CTE. Lay off of Dallas, go easy on him. Is
that playing on the thing?
Shut up, Sour Shoes. Just shut up. You're an idiot.
What's going on here? I changed the lyrics around and it didn't fix it. Why doesn't it do that? Maybe I need to refresh it. Let's see if I can get it refreshed. See if it fixes. Nope. It's still saying the same thing, even though I tried to change it, Dallas. I was gonna have some fun with this. Don't know how to oh well. Sorry about that, guys. I was inserting the name Rothberg in there, Robert Rothberg, and I thought we could have a little fun with Robert tonight, but it didn't.
Yep, I'm joking too, Sour Shoes. Funny, haha.
What did Sour Shoes say?
He said I was a racist for calling them the Cleveland Indians.
What?
Hilarious.
Where did he say that? Dallas, it's a joke. Jeez. Yeah, come on. Indians, I'll say it. Redskins, Washington. I've got a collection of Cleveland Indians Chief Wahoo. Look, that whole thing when they did all that, what happened to the Atlanta Braves? They didn't make the Braves change. Aren't they Florida State? Aren't they still the Seminoles down there? What the heck? People.
Yeah, if you want to change your name, change your name. If you want to keep your name, keep your name. It's up to the team. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Whoa, Bailey has yet to get a hit for the Indians? Wow. Bailey's yet to register a hit for the team since being traded, so picking up where he left off. Poor Patrick.
Let me pull up something for him.
Philip, I agree. I still call them the Redskins too. What are they all called? What's the new name? Washington Commanders or something?
Commanders, yeah.
That's a stupid name. Commanders. The Redskins, man. There's history behind the Redskins. Hey, you should be pulling for the A's, don't you think, Dallas, in this series?
Why?
Well, their colored commentator guy is Dallas Braden
from Stockton.
Yeah, and he pitched a perfect game, and his name's Dallas. Why aren't you And you live up in the close. You're closer to the stadium than a lot of other people in this chat. Why aren't you following the Sac A's? They're a young, upcoming, exciting team.
They're a dysfunctional organization.
But they're better than the Giants.
They're 2 games over 500.
Giants last I looked about 10 minutes ago are 9 games under.
Okay. We'll see where things finish out at the end of the year. I don't think the A's are much better than the Giants.
Okay. I will bet you on that right here on the air. You want to bet on that? Who
finishes with the better record?
The A's. The A's, no doubt.
No bet.
I'll give you odds. I'll give you some odds. How about $10? I'll give you 10 to 1 odds. 10 to 1 odds.
Stupid bet. Stupid bet. Not doing it. There was a quote from Patrick Bailey.
I think Dan wants to start an A's YouTube that I've given up on the Giants. I'm not giving up on the Giants. They'll be back, hopefully by the end of the decade, but I'm just giving you reality. No one else will give you the reality in this Bay Area. Cody will. Cody will tell you what's going on. Jack from Hot Takes, he'll tell you what's going on. Look, we know this team's future is in the farm system. They're not winning baseball games with these guys. They're not winning regularly with these veterans. Sorry. Bad roster construction. I feel like the idiot picking them to win 88 games in the beginning. I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking it anymore. I got freed from the cult. I escaped the compound. I've gone. I got out of the compound and I went through psychological rehab, and I'm no longer a cult member.
Well, maybe I'll join you someday, but it's too early for me to give up.
Dallas, run and get free, because you have Larry Bear syndrome.
Yeah, it's May 15th.
You got to run when they are not looking. Look, they will keep you tied up in chains. You know, they do that. That's what cult leaders do.
Okay.
Why do you think Larry Bear's hair is all curly?
I don't know. Hard water. I think that
he's a leader of a cult.
The when the Giants, they will inevitably figure things out. They'll get on a hot streak. And then people in the chat are going to be like, oh, maybe they have something here. It's going to happen. And I still think that will happen.
What is it this team?
I think I was hoping they would turn it around by this point better than they have. I think that you want to be able to see the ability to, when you have a bad game, to turn around and come back and respond and have a good game, right? And that doesn't seem to be the case. They seem to be shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to trying to respond and get back on the right track. They just go in the ditch and they can't get out of the ditch, and they make stupid decisions that keep them in the ditch, and that is disappointing. So I think it's the team's being mismanaged right now. They need to start making better decisions, or they are going to end up like Dan predicts. So I hope we can see that, because they're not putting themselves in the best position to win.
All right, so we have some concerned people in the chat for you right now, and so because of that, let me see if I can pull up the insane comment. He said, where did it go here? Dan, go easy. Dan, Dallas is going to go crazy if we keep making fun of him, and I'm being dead serious. Just look at him right now. Now, I care about my brother, and I do not want to see that. So we are going to start a GoFundMe for Dallas. And if anybody would be willing to contribute to his rehab, psychological counseling, we will be setting this GoFundMe up here for Dallas. Wait, we need to fix that. Hold on. Let me just edit that. All right.
I'm exhausted, but I'm not depressed.
Okay. I should have been a little bit more specific on the GoFundMe. There it is. Okay. So if you guys would be willing to donate for Dallas, we think we can get him free, get him off the compound. I'm surprised he doesn't have that Giants shirt on tonight. He is wearing another white shirt, but I think what happened is the Giants got so cheap they forgot to put the logo on that one, and they said just wear it anyway. You get one shirt, and then if you want a second shirt, you're going to have to go get the embroidered yourself.
That's true. I'll have it soon. Tomorrow is the laundry day. I'll do the whites tomorrow, and then I'll have it back.
Yeah, we need that. We need that this weekend for the because when we come back tomorrow night after the A's, I think the A's want to crush the Giants. I really do. I think they want to show that they are Northern California's best team, and yeah, I don't know what. Let me just hold on here. Let's take a look at something just real quickly here. Let's see. Let's just check with.
The San Francisco Giant memes account. Congratulations to Luis Arraez and Harrison Bader for hitting home runs and earning a day off tomorrow.
Oh, that's great. Let's who said that?
Somebody on Twitter.
Oh, that's too funny. Was it Jack or was it Giant Hot Takes?
No, it was let's find it now. It's something called SF Giants memes.
Oh yeah. Congratulations to Bader, and that's great. Hey guys, I want to just go over something on a more serious note about NorCal Sports Network and our friend Dallas, we really do want to help him, and so we're just going to give him a little bit of information so he can get out of the indoctrination. Signs that you're in a cult. A cult doesn't always look like what people expect. It's less about robes or compounds and more about patterns of control, manipulation, and isolation. Here are some common warning signs to watch for. The group or leader tells you what to think, where, eat, or believe. Major decisions are controlled heavily or influenced. You're discouraged from questioning rules. Suppression of critical thinking. Here we go. Doubts are labeled as weakness, betrayal, or brainwashing by outsiders. You're told the group has the only truth. That's right. So Larry Bear is telling you this team will win 90 games. And I started to drink the Kool-Aid in the off season, but as I said,
I'm beginning to think that's not going to happen.
As I said, I was able to kind of like, I don't know, I saw an opening and I left the compound, and I haven't looked back, and now I'm kind of going the opposite way. I'm anti this cult, and I need a new team, Dallas. Should I just go for the A's? They're young. They're exciting. They got Kurtz. They got this. They just got, Langoliers. They just need some pitching.
Yeah.
So.
You need some pitching.
Why do the Giants do this all the time? Why do they look like people, wow, get this. Lowe says, he said, in a 22-year career, Willie Mays made $1.8 million, $825,000. Matt Chapman makes that in 13 games. I'm going to throw up. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man, time flies. We've been going an hour and 53 minutes. Time to get out of here. Yeah. I can't even believe that. Hey, guys, hit the like button on the way out.
We've beat this dead horse into the ground.
Yeah, we're just trying. Look, guys, this is going to be a tough, long year. We're going to need your support, your sense of humor to help us through this year. This is going to be, I'm just telling you like I'm telling you, and I'm going to be extremely conservative for Dallas' sake so we don't push him over the edge. This is an 85-loss team. 95. This I'll repeat that. This is for Dallas' sake. This is an 85-loss team. 95. What can I say?
You don't really think that, though.
Think what? That it's an 85?
I'm 95 loss team.
I'm really close to it. I'm pretty sure it's an 85. Like, I feel
it's
confident.
It's a 500 team. We know it's a 500 team.
I feel confident.
I hoped it would be better than that, but it's not.
If it's a 500 team, they will lose. You know what their record will end up being?
81-81.
No. If they play 500 ball the rest of the year, they're still going to be.
No, I'm saying. I see what you're saying, yeah. No, I'm saying they're going to have a hot month.
It's going to even out. Where's it going to even out, though, Dallas? Because I think they're going to get worse as the season goes along. Why do I think they're going to get worse? Because their pitching's going to get tired, as it has the last few years when they were actually a good first-half team. So their pitching's going to get worse. Their bullpen doesn't have anything that's like as good as anything close to last year's bullpen. This bullpen, why won't this bullpen get tired and then start? And
it
then,
might. That could be a problem.
And here's the other thing, Dallas.
I don't think their starting pitching will get tired. And now they have McDonald. They have a guy that stepped up to give them innings.
Every good hitter usually starts to get warmed up in the summer.
Yeah, they will hit when it gets warmer.
But so will the other teams. Will even hit better. And the Giants will get out-slugged. Let's say the Giants start hitting better and they start averaging 5 runs a game instead of 3, just over 3. They push it up to 5. I think they're going to lose games.
Their pitching wasn't that good last year either, and they still managed to score enough.
I think they're going to lose games. I think you'll see in the second half this Giants team lose games like 6-4, 5-4, 7-5, things like that. And they'll win occasionally, a 4-2 game, something like that. I don't think this team has – I think this team – yes, Sour Shoes, I would agree. Look at that 2017 team that had that roster had I think that's the year they had McCutcheon, right, and Longoria? Was that the year?
Yeah, that was bad.
But hold on. 2017 SF Giants roster. We're going to pull it up right now. And the roster was Ty Block, Mad Bum, Matt Cain, Johnny Cueto, Sam Dyson, George Contos, Derek Law, Mark Melanson, Matt Moore.
Melanson was terrible.
Ray's Maranta.
Samardzija was on that team?
Yep, Samardzija, Stephen Okert, Chris Stratton. Sounds pretty similar to this year's. Catching, Hundley and Posey. Okay, infield.
I think I blocked that year out.
Infield, Belt, Crawford, Ryder Jones, I remember him. Connor Gillespie, Christian Arroyo, Eduardo Nunez, Joe Panic, Pablo Sandoval, Kelby Tomlinson. Outfielders, Gorkys Hernandez, Mike Morse, Hunter Pence, Austin Slater, Denard Span, Mac Williamson. So, I mean, does that team sound a lot worse than this team?
No, it doesn't. They were an underachieving team.
Yeah, it can happen. And that was Bruce Bochy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you might be right, Dan. We might be cooked.
I don't want to
be. You make a convincing argument.
Yeah. I think this is rough. And the problem that I see as it spirals, it generally gets worse because you start losing the fabric of the belief in the clubhouse. Everybody starts, looking for ways
fabric of space and time starts to break down.
Yeah, once you tomorrow they could easily be 10 games over 500. Look, we all talked what they were. Look, before they beat Pittsburgh Sunday, right? They were in a really rough spot. Remember how bad they were? Mm-hmm. And it looked like, and now they won. Then they won 3 in a row. Well, they just gave it all back. They're in the same. They keep doing this.
I know. Stupid. They didn't even have to.
Yeah, I just don't think they have the right mix of people this year to make it going. Robert, for you,
I think they're making bad decisions.
Anything positive? What can we give positive for Robert?
Robert, you need to get to bed, man.
Yeah, we're going to get you. Robert, we got to get you something positive. I'll tell you what, Robert. Let me give you something positive to rest on. I hope you have a good night of sleep and the sun will come up in the morning. And I'm assuming you're still married. I hope so. I hope I'm not speaking out of line and that you're not widowed or anything. So some good news, Robert, is when you wake up tomorrow morning, your beautiful wife will be there Hopefully, I'm assuming. I hope I'm not messing this up. But that's something positive to look forward to. Dallas, I'm 75 years old. I took 2 naps today. There you go. Couple of naps. Those are awesome. That's something to look forward to. That's some good news. You're healthy. That's something to be thankful for. And if you want some good news on the Giants, if you live to be 80, which I hope and pray you will, and then you make it to 85, Robert, between 80 and 85, you're going to see a World Series championship. Okay, I'm sorry
to the New York Mets.
No, for the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, okay.
You're going to see in your 80s, Robert, you're going to see a really good Giants organization if they don't screw it up. So I hate to tell you that your 70s are going to be kind of rough as far as watching Giants baseball. But you got something to look forward to, Robert. When you hit 80, you're going to be enjoying this team. You're going to see a bunch of young, athletic guys that can hit the baseball and can field the baseball, and they're going to be one of the top teams to watch in baseball. But you got to wait close. I don't think fully 80. I think maybe at 78, 79, Robert. But until then, maybe just accept it. And when you accept something, it becomes a little easier to digest. There you go. I gave you something for good to think about it, and it's more of the future. But in the present, enjoy your life with your family. There you go. Some words of wisdom for Robert.
There you go. Amen.
Amen. There we go. Now, Father of Man says, I have CTE. Why? Because...
Let's cue the music.
Let's cue it. Cue it. Let's get out of here. Let me turn it down.
What are we playing?
Let's play this one. Yeah, that's some good news.
That was just disgraceful.
Oh, Robert, there we go. I gave him some good therapy. Thanks. See, Robert, enjoy your bride.
Adames!
I'd rather hear the horse. We need some lyrics. I'll come up with some new songs, guys. I'll work on some
Shohei
new songs.
Ohtani.
There we go. Hiroku. Look, he's hanging in there. I thought Hiroku was more of a... I didn't know Hiroku was part of, like, on the compound with you.
I thought about going to the game tonight. I'm kind of glad I didn't go.
Really? Probably
yeah,
so.
It would have been rough.
It would have been rough. Yeah, what about tomorrow night? Night game, 6:40. Beautiful Sac weather. I'm kind of jealous that Sac has like 80-degree games at night. And here in Arizona...
Right now, that does. Not in the summertime, it's hot.
90?
Yeah.
90?
You know, it'll be 105 in the day and then 92 game time.
All right.
95.
Well, here in Arizona, if it's 105 in the day, it's 103 at night.
Yeah, it does cool off here in the evenings.
Yeah, we don't get that, but we do have a ballpark that is air conditioned in the dome. So, J-Ken, there you go. Once you accept the team is terrible and just accept this, you can enjoy the little things like Bailey not being the catcher anymore. There you go. And it was 70 degrees tonight. Wow. There you go, Heroku. Tempted to go to the game and yell at Chapman. Maybe you can just start yelling, Chapman! Chapman! Kind of like, and you get the whole crowd going. What do you think? Uh-oh, we're going to start the band over again. I think I forgot to turn it down. All right, we're out of here. Let's get a goodbye. Let's get our goodbye and split. You ready?
Yep.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. Take care, everybody. Giants lose to the A's 5-2. The A's are Northern California's best team right now. And for the foreseeable
Man, that was
future.
just disgraceful. Goodbye.